Good evening and welcome to the Bedminster Township Committee. This is our regular scheduled meeting of August 5, 2024. Recognize that we have a quorum of Township Committee participating here in person. Committeeman Hickey, Committeewoman Mareski, and participating via Zoom, Committeeman Stevenson. Committeewoman Fernandez has an excused absence. Ms. Ray, may we please have the Open Public Meetings Act statement?
Yes, Mayor. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Township Committee was sent to the Courier News Somerville, Bernardsville News Whippany, and to all subscribers and posted at the Township Municipal Building on January 5th, 2024.
Great, thank you. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is the time of the meeting that we open up the microphone or the Zoom for public comment. Any member of the public wishing to make a statement, raise your hand. If you're here in person, we'll recognize you, then we'll call you up to the microphone. If you're participating via Zoom, click on reactions, scroll down to the bottom, click on reactions, click on raise hand, and Ms. Ray will introduce you into queue for public comment. So let's start with anyone here in public. Ms. Ray, anyone participating via Zoom?
So we just had someone join from Zoom, but they joined during your directions. So I don't know if you wanted to reiterate where we are at in the meeting, if they have something to say.
So we are at public comment. If you are participating via Zoom, you can scroll down to the bottom. If is it a Zoom participant or a telephone?
It's a telephone, 246-2882, it looks like.
So if you're participating,
283, yeah, 283.
what is it, pound 6?
Or pound, hold on. Pound 6 or pound 9, Rob?
Pound 9. Pound 9.
Oh, no.
Pound 9.
If you wish to make a public statement or comments, and you're participating via telephone, click on pound 9. That will identify you as waiting for public comment.
Is it pound 9 or store 9?
Okay.
I think
Sorry.
All right, you.
Star 9.
I
Star
think it's pound 9.
It's
thought
on,
it-
it's on the
Star 9.
Star 9.
I'm not seeing a raised hand, Mayor, so I think we're safe to move forward.
Okay, let's move forward. We have one set of meeting minutes to approve. That's the July 15, 2024 Township Committee meeting minutes. Any comments or questions that have not otherwise been provided to Ms. Ray? Seeing none, take a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We have no permits and raffles tonight. We have monthly reports discussion by subcommittee chair. We'll start with Committeeman Stevenson.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Nice little opportunity here before Quimby barks at the next person that walks by here. Jason's first update as our department lead. They've been very busy over the past couple weeks. We've got continue to work on the dead ash trees at Miller Lane. Approximately 10 trees have now been removed. We're also dealing with some dead ash trees around the art center, so they've been working at those two spots. We recently contracted with the HVAC company to assess our infrastructure based on their inspection. We've got a couple units that have been identified for repair, and looks like we're going to get those units both at the police station and as well as town hall repaired. So hopefully we'll see some relief. Got a new town hall sign up on Miller Lane. And we are continuing to communicate with the community gardens, surveying, working on the survey to communicate with the public about trying to make that project. It's good. We'll say get it back on track and make sure that it's what the township and what the residents want. And then I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but they've been spending some time getting the night out prepped up. And then lastly, happy to report that the initiative that was started by Kevin and that Jason's continuing about GPS locating the streetlights. We've been able to identify and coordinate, if you will, 830 streetlights. So that initiative is going well. So a lot of work there, and great job with Jason and his team, the continuity, and we just keep rowing. So well done. HPC meeting coming up later this month. Nothing really substantive to report there. That's all I've got.
Just following up on the community garden, do we have any updates on the Darky,
when I met with him, Josh. I talked to him out there and he said very little was found. So. The report's gonna, it's 2 to 3 weeks out, so, but there was very little found.
okay, good.
Yeah,
So what would be expected, shards, pottery
Yes,
shards?
yes. Minimal.
Okay. Probably more in my backyard than,
probably. Yeah, so that was Hunter Research conducted the archaeological study.
okay, great. Good to know. Committeeman Hickey.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, all. Board of Health, as I mentioned previously, the board has been working with a team from Rutgers to calendar some healthy eating programs. They have now been scheduled as follows. Healthy eating and meal planning scheduled for Wednesday, October 23rd, in person at the Clarence Dillon Public Library from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Stretching your food dollar and food.
Is that also going to be available for remote participation?
You know what? Since we're going to use that main room downstairs, we can certainly put a
Okay.
Zoom on. No reason why not, right?
Okay.
So the second program, Stretching Your Food Dollar and Food Good Too Good to Waste, will be a virtual program that will be held on Wednesday, January 22nd, since it's the middle of winter, via Zoom from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And then finally, Herbs Add Flavor, scheduled for Wednesday, March 26th, in person again at the Clarence Dillon Public Library from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. As the dates get closer, we will obviously get the word out to the public. Also, Dance for a Cure will be attending the farmers market on Saturday, October 25th, with breast cancer awareness information to hand out. The board has been sponsoring this program every fall for the past few years as part of its mission to promote women's and preventative health. And then just a quick update from Board of Ed. I attended the July Board of Ed meeting, and Dr. Giordano and the board gave a big shout out to Jason and the entire DPW crew for their assistance during a recent power outage. The outage impacted Camp Bedminster, and our DPW's actions helped to get things back on track, which I'm sure came as a relief not only to the school, but to parents everywhere.
And the counselors. at the state.
Yes, yes. So thank you, Jason, and the board wanted me to extend their gratitude to you. And Mayor, that's all I have.
Committeewoman Mareski.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have any updates. We have an environmental commission meeting on Wednesday, so I will report back on the results of that at our next meeting.
Okay, real quick from me. Farmers market last Saturday, we had 1,080. The preceding week, we had
1164.
yeah, so 2 weeks in a row, no rain, no threats of rain, and consistently breaking 1,000. So just a great showing by the Bedminster community, supporting the local agriculture. It's great to see. Land use board. There is a land use board meeting this week. We'll be considering, I think there's 2 residential projects, single families. One is a deck addition, the other is a riding ring and a horse property. And there's a matter that Committeeman Hickey and I are not eligible for, and that is the Dunkin' Donuts application on 206. That's a Board of Adjustment matter. And that is a continuation of a preceding application, preceding hearing from the last time, so it was carried over. So anyone who's interested in that application, that was Thursday evening here. Library. So at our last library board, meeting. There were a couple things I was taking back from Township Committee, and one of the things that I wanted to raise with the library board was putting some signage out by the library patrons only for parking, and having some dedicated spaces in front of the library for library patrons only. Consensus from the library board was in support of that, and will now be the subject of an ordinance that we're introducing in a few minutes. And the only other thing, this is really not necessarily subcommittee, but it's certainly something that we worked on at the land use board as well as the township committee on the rezoning for the advanced property, and this is the revisions to the office
Research Village.
ORV,
ORV.
not the ORVMU, the ORV. So we did some adjustments to the zoning. There's essentially two properties. There was the advanced property on 206, and then a property down in Pluckman. We expanded the lot coverage and also allowed for retail uses to go in there. So what we're seeing under construction right now is a result of that. We had the groundbreaking 2 weeks ago for Fresh Pet, which is building a 30,000 square foot corporate global headquarters space right there on 206. The three of us were in attendance, so it was great to see a nice crowd. Also had participation from, we had Chanel Robinson, Sarah Sui from the Somerset County Commissioners. We had State Senator Steinhardt, State Assemblyman Peterson. Trying to think any other. I think that was mainly it. But it was a great showing.
County people.
So it's great to see them all out there, and it's great to see someone making that an investment locally here on an office property. And what we see there is really, in conjunction with some other projects that are going on at Bedminster Village, the Wyckoff property was also approved a couple of weeks ago. So we think that there's some synergy there that we may see further growth and increased vitality in that Bedminster Village corridor. That's all I have. Ms. Ray, may we please have the administrator's report?
Yes, Mayor. As you know, I've been on vacation. I've been, administrating things from afar. So my report's very brief. I just want to do a plug for National Night Out tomorrow, which Neil Mastrobono, our rec director, has been working on with the police chief. And that is 5 to 8 at River Road Park tomorrow. They're working with PPAC Gladstone and Far Hills Police as well.
Now, is there going to be Dunk the Mayor at National Night Out?
Sure, I know there's Dunk.
Jason, you say yes?
Yeah, we're gonna get dirty water out of the river.
Which part of the river?
Downstream.
Downstream.
Do we have a rain date?
No rain date.
No rain date.
Rain or shine. Mayor.
We're going rain or shine.
Tents are going up tomorrow, rain or shine.
Okay. All right. That was my out.
Yeah,
I guess not.
no.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Ray. Community policing report. Well, this is a great segue for Chief Bernardo.
Yeah, good evening. I was just gonna say, Robin already covered it. National Night Out tomorrow, 5 to 8. There's gonna be face painters, balloon twisters, dunk tanks, some blow up slides and obstacle courses, a wiffle ball home run derby. And we're gonna have first responder vehicles from all three agencies, and the SWAT team is also gonna have some trucks there. So it should be a good time as long as Mother Nature helps us out.
Great. All right. Thank you, Chief, and thank you to Lieutenant Polito, for both of you for working with Neil and putting this together. Once again, just a great introduction or reintroduction of the police department for the community, bringing folks out. National Night Out, it's been around for years. I think it's the first time I recall doing a program. Robin, do you?
We used to do it
recall
years ago with the conjunction recreation, used to work with the Bedminster Police Department. We used to hold it at River Road Park, but that's going back about 8 years ago.
Really? I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
Okay, all right,
movie night, the whole thing.
great. Well, look
Yep.
forward to participation tomorrow. Let's see, we have one ordinance to introduce. This is ordinance number 2024-017. This ordinance amends chapter 7 of the Township of Bedminster General Ordinances entitled Traffic. This ordinance proposes doesn't propose. If we introduce it, it establishes a no stopping or standing or parking a vehicle along sections of Clucas Brook. The reason we're introducing this is that we've seen an increase in traffic, creating noise and disruption to the neighborhoods along Clucas Brook. So this is part of our efforts to curb that situation, and hopefully by putting this into effect in conjunction with some other moves that Bedminster Police and DPW are working on, that this will keep things at bay and before they exacerbate into a worse condition. The public hearing, if we introduce this, will be on August 19th, and at that time, we'll take comments and questions regarding the ordinance. So with that, we have a motion to introduce ordinance number 2024-017.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call vote, please. Mr. Hickey?
Aye.
Oh, Mr. Stevenson? Mr. Stevenson?
he's trying to get off mute.
Aye, sorry.
Thank you. Sorry, I skipped over you by accident.
Quite all right.
Moreski?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacob?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. The public hearing for the ordinance is scheduled for August 19 here. We have no ordinances that are scheduled for public hearing tonight. We have 1, 2, 3 items on the consent agenda. These are items of routine nature. Any member of the Township Committee want to pull any of those resolutions out for individual consideration? Seeing none, take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved?
Second.
Roll call vote again, please. Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Hickey?
Aye.
Ms. Moreski?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacobs?
Aye.
Thank you.
Now take a motion to approve the bill list pending review of individual invoices.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please. Mr. Stevenson?
Aye.
Mr. Hickey?
Aye.
Ms. Moreski?
Aye.
And Mayor Jacobs?
Aye.
Thank you.
Any items for consideration under new business? No. Nope. Old business, DOT improvements. I'm still waiting on a response from DOT for extending the pedestrian crossing at 206 in Lamington. Continued follow-up with Meredith on that. Utilities, Committeeman Hickey, I believe we've had a few incidents with JCP&L over the last couple of weeks.
We have, Mayor, in addition to the outage we talked about involving the school, 2 outages occurred over the last weekend in July, both of which impacted many of the same customers. The Saturday outage was caused by a downed tree limb that actually caused a fire on the power line. We were working at the farmer's market when we saw 29 go flying down River Road to extinguish the fire. Then Sunday, there was an outage attributed to a downed primary line impacting the same
The
circuit.
same circuit, exactly.
Right. No more details were provided, but the mayor and I spent our Sunday evening banging the drum at JCP&L. I think they heard us loud and clear, both our voices as well as our dissatisfaction. As a follow-up to the rash of outages we've seen over the summer, we have asked JCP&L to do a reliability engineering study and present the results and an action plan at one of our upcoming meetings. We will likely schedule that for September. Obviously more to follow, but we'll be sure to get that word out well in advance.
And just as we've done with JCP&L, we brought them in. We don't necessarily want their government liaisons people, because at that point, you know what you're going to do.
Right.
We're committed to excellence, we're committed to repair, we're
Customer
committed
service.
to
Got it.
structure and making,
Yeah. No dog and pony shows.
it's First Energy knew what they were about.
Yep. And
They
they
knew
have
what they were
to,
buying when they bought
yeah.
Jason Piano. And, it requires investment. And to the extent that they need approval from the BPU and they need support for the investment at the BPU, we've worked with them to get them there. I'm not sure where they stand in that
I
rate
believe,
increase to provide additional funding for hardening the infrastructure, but this is, it just seems to be us. I mean, it was, it's one thing when a car hits a utility pole. Or you get the freak windstorm,
right.
but those 2 days,
Bright, sunny, not windy days.
No.
No, exactly. So like you said, it's investment in the infrastructure, which is sorely needed.
all right.
In terms of Altice, New Jersey American Water and PSCNG, I have no updates. I don't know, Jason, if you have anything on any of those providers?
No, once you gave me the contact for Verizon, they came out. He was pretty
Good.
prompt with what he did. So.
Good, good.
Over there in the schools.
And Jason's the schedule for Old Stone House, anything going on with the gas line?
They're not even 100% complete with the main, so
Really?
yeah,
Okay,
I was out there last week.
right. Pluckman Park Housing, Attorney Bellardo and Doug, any updates that can be discussed in public?
Nothing here, Mayor.
Nothing, Mayor.
Okay, Somerset Hills Public Safety Committee. There was a discussion, I think we had updated this at the last meeting. There was an announcement, a press release from the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office. And no surprise, license plate readers, in conjunction with some good police work by the folks in Bernards Township, and I know there was another town, I think it was Greenbrook?
Yes.
It was Greenbrook. So Bernards Township, Greenbrook, Somerset County Prosecutor's Office helped bust up what is part of a ring, stealing vehicles in Bernards. Highlights a couple things. One, that these license plate readers, they work. They work. And Burnsville News covered this, I think big part of writing up about the APLRs and the commitment from all the towns being working to prevent these crimes from happening. So great to see, and kudos to all involved in it. And we do have another, I think our next, Robin, when's our next scheduled meeting with the Public Safety Committee?
I don't remember the date.
Okay.
I'm so
That's
sorry.
right. I think it's probably, I think it may be in September.
I don't remember.
It's okay.
I have to go back and look. I'm sorry.
Well, whenever it is, I will report back on that.
Still a vacation brain.
You're in time,
Thank you.
because even on vacation, we know you were still responding to emails and texts and everything else. That's what we have for tonight's meeting. So we'll go through Township Committee comments. We do not have an executive session, so when we go through committee comments, we will then adjourn for the evening. Committeeman Stevenson,
Thank you, Mayor. No comments for me this evening.
Committeeman Hickey,
Mayor, thank you. I have no comments.
Committeewoman Maresca.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm just looking forward now to getting started with the community garden now that the archaeological survey has been finished. It won't be happening all that quickly, but at least we can start to take steps. So that's exciting.
Okay, my only comments are Colin has logged a lot of miles in all of his years.
Oh, shoot.
Happy birthday. He's logged a lot of miles.
Oh,
He's
it's not the age.
sent a
Smile.
lot of donuts.
Oh, no.
Little chocolate donuts.
Breakfast of champions.
Donuts of champions. Happy birthday, Committeeman Hickey.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all.
And
Appreciate
that's
it.
all I have for tonight. Take a motion to adjourn for the evening.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you and good night.
Save a
Happy
donut for me.
birthday.
Thank you.
I'll take a donut.